Now, today at Farnham Golf Club is the big golf race where participants will be hoping to complete 4 rounds in a single day. It's all in aid to raise money for prostate cancer. Chris Hull is there for us alongside a few familiar faces. Afternoon to you, Chris.
Good afternoon to you, Rob, as well. You're absolutely right. Paul Merson has literally just stepped off the 18th green and he's going to have a little chat to us. And before we talk about football matters, Paul, just talk about the really good cause that you are supporting today.
Well, Rob Watton's doing the golf course 4 times, so walking a marathon. So I come down to a good friend of mine, very good friend, and for prostate cancer, which is a massive thing for men, in my opinion. You know, one every 45 minutes it passes away, and you know, for me, any time we can put that out there and get a bit of publicity, I mean, I'm more than welcome to do it. I think it's a very important cause.
Got to start with your club, the side that you played for, Arsenal. What do you think of the recruitment so far this summer? And obviously on the verge, potentially, of Gabriel Jesus coming in as well. How big would that be? I
think that's the big one. In my opinion, I think that's the big one. I'm a big fan of Jesus. I like him. I think you look at Pep Guardiola last year, played him in a lot of big football matches. He trusts him. You know, he's a centre forward who wants to score goals. All right, people go, he misses his chances. Everybody misses chances. Do you know what I mean? The name of the game is when you miss a chance, you're not scared to get back in the box to miss another one, and he's definitely one of them players. So I like him. I like what they've done, Arsenal, and get that over the line. I think that they're in for a good season, Arsenal.
Does that put them back in the hunt for glory if they can get Jesus over the line with these other 3 signings that they've put in the bag?
What's glory? I mean, you got to start to walk before you can run. I think there's a project going on there, and I think if they can, they'll be fighting for top 4. You know, I think they'll be fighting for 4th place with Man United and Tottenham. I think that'd be their little 3 teams fighting for that 4th place. And if they can get into Champions League and have a good cup run, you know, you don't want to be going Nottingham Forest playing lesser teams, like a weaker team, and getting beat. You know, I think they need to have a good cup run. We've seen that the Europa's winnable. So, yeah, I think, you know, with the squad they're building now, I think they've got a chance of getting some silverware this season.
Do you like the work that Arteta and Edu are doing?
Yeah, I do. You know, I think they took a bit of stick towards the end of the season when Arsenal got beat by Tottenham and didn't make top 4. But yeah, you got to remember where they were after the first 3 football matches. They're giving teams 9 points head start. I know they gained them quite quickly, but you're going to have another little dip. So for me, I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. They've got to get in the top 4 sooner than later. You know, Arsenal's a big football club. People forget it's a Rolls Royce of a football club. One
of the biggest clubs on the planet, but gone through a lot of turmoil over the last couple of seasons, Manchester United. Ten Hag's first day in the job today. What sort of challenge does he have?
I would say, I don't know how old he is, but if he managed for the rest of his life, it won't be any harder. It'll never be harder than what he's taking on now. I mean, this is a massive, massive job. For me, it is the biggest club in the world, and he's taking over when they're in, I would say, in disarray, if I'm being honest.
Do you see potential change of captaincy needed? What do you think his first actions need to be, Paul?
Bring in as many players as he can. You know, it is. I think, you know, this team's not going to get you top 4, in my opinion. I think they need to bring certain players in. Looking at De Jong at Barcelona, you've got to start somewhere. He's a good footballer. That'll be one. Then you move on from there and you get another one. They need at least 3 or 4 players just to make a challenge for 4th place, in my opinion.
I know Chelsea's a club that you look out for as well. Peter Cech this morning announced that he's stepping down from his role as technical and performance advisor. Chelsea team seems to be losing a lot of experience at the top level of the club, people who know their way around the transfer market. Would that concern you?
Yeah, it does. It does very much so. You know, I'd have thought maybe the people would have come in and they'd left Peter Cech in his position, and the lady who done an unbelievable job, and I apologise, I can't pronounce her name, but done a great job at the club. And I think you shadow them, you keep them there and you shadow. It's not easy. It's not baseball and basketball. You're not doing trades. You know, this is professional football, and you need to. I'm quite shocked that them 2 have left the way they've left.
Final question, because I know you've got a strong thought on Liverpool as well. Sadio Mane.
Massive miss. Massive. I worry for Liverpool because I've got an unbelievable football manager. But people forget Mane was a big game player. Big game player who scored big goals in football matches. You know, he wasn't get the 3rd, 4th and 5th in a 5-0 win. he'd get the winning goal, the goal that took the lead or the equaliser. They're the goals I look for. You know, I don't look for we got a hat trick, but he got 4, 5 and 6 in a 7-1 win. You know, for me, they're nothing goals. He got big football goals, and this lad Nunez has got to hit the ground running like Diaz, and that doesn't very rarely happen in the Premier League.
Paul, as ever, thank you for your insight and your time, sir.
Thank you.
Paul Merson, Arsenal and England legend. We're here at Farnham Golf Club raising awareness and funds for prostate golf.